Welcome back to my channel. My name is Bailey and today I wanted to pop on and talk to you about this whole absorbency testing thing. I know it can be very tempting right now to be excited for me to share all of my results from my absorbency testing and the cost per ounce. But before we get too concerned about if we're overpaying or underpaying for a cloth diaper and its absorbency, I want to really hit that pause button. I want to say stop. It's more than cost per ounce. It's more than absorbency. I know that there are a lot of really absorbent materials out there. There are a lot of very expensive materials out there, and there's a lot of really cheap materials out there. And before we get too carried away about the cost per ounce or the total absorbency of a material or a textile, I want to stop and think about all the other things that are also important. Absorbency is just one part of the picture. There are a lot of other factors in a cloth diaper insert or a cloth diaper that are important to consider when purchasing or upgrading or choosing what you're going to add to your stash. So a couple of the things that are important is it the size and style and design that works for you and your family. This insert might be more absorbent than this, but maybe this is better for your lifestyle than this. I can't answer that question. That is something you're going to have to figure out on your own. Yeah, and that goes into things like, do you want to fold? Do you want it to be easy to wash up? Do you care about blends of materials? All those different things. About how a textile performs over time. Hemp tends to really shrink. And I have this cheap Anna Baby hemp, but I hate it because it's actually kind of thick. It's all wavy and it's starting to get stiff. My 3-layer AMP inserts also starting to get stiff. So while this was really great when you considered the cost per ounce over the bamboo insert, I would time and time again choose the bamboo insert because it was softer and it didn't shrink as much, and I felt like this product would give me more of what I'm looking for, which is why I mostly choose to use these bamboo terry Nuggles inserts because they are incredibly soft. And every product out there when it comes to cloth diapers is going to change as you use it. So I know a common complaint with Grovia pre-folds is that they do really shrink up over time. They can become 20, 30, 40% smaller than the first year of their life within 2 or 3 years. And something to think about when you're heavily washing textiles is that some bamboo, some cotton, some hemp products are all going to react differently with time. The thing I want to talk about is that might be important to you is place of origin and the processes that go into manufacturing. It's an amazing textile, but not because it's absorbent. Hemp is an amazing textile because of its environmental constructs, like it's really quick to grow, it has a short lifespan, and it's really beneficial when you consider the agricultural cycle of hemp. Now, I don't know much about manufacturing hemp, and I am hoping to get some conversations going in that direction to learn more. That's something to think about. Bamboo, also an amazing textile, but the process to take bamboo and make it into this is also environmentally concerning. And there's a lot of different ways that you can do that. So what I'm holding in my hand is a bamboo insert made by Nuggles. And I do work for Nuggles in some capacity at some times. I know that bamboo processing takes a lot of energy, a lot of chemicals, but there are ways that you can do it so that it remains relatively eco-conscious. It's not perfect, but better. But when we think about bamboo, we have to remember that there's open and closed systems for turning bamboo into product. And that has its own environmental repercussions, potentially. And then there's cotton. There's cotton. And cotton also has its own environmental repercussions. While it's easier to turn into a textile, growing and harvesting cotton is really cheap, but it's not cheap on the environment. Maybe that's important to you. Maybe it's not. But it's just something to think about when we're having these conversations about picking the right material and considering the cost per ounce. I'm just considering the cost per ounce on the user. We haven't even talked about the cost per ounce on the environment. Just putting it out there in the world. This is no way meant to shame, guilt, upset you. It's meant for me to think about the environmental concerns that I have with the textile industry. I know it. And yes, I want to talk about it because it is upsetting. And I'm sorry that I upset you. But the more we know, the better we can work on growing. That the cost per ounce and these very bare minimum absorbency numbers that I give you, I don't want you to get caught up in that hype. I want you to stop, pause, think about it, think about your needs, think about your environmental needs, think about your production needs, think about your cost needs, and make an informed decision from there. I hope that helped. I really kind of wanted to clear that up on video, talking to you, and I would love to continue this conversation in the comments, so feel free to drop anything below. If you're looking forward to more absorbency testing results, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I think there's also like a bell that you can ring for notifications.